Hello, welcome to Kitchen Chemistry with Essential Wholesale and Labs. I'm Tinica, and today I'm going to show you how to correct the viscosity of your hair and body wash. Okay, so today we're going to learn how to fix the viscosity of your wash. Oftentimes you can add things to your wash and to enhance it or scent it. You'll turn your wash from this nice thick gel texture, which you see here, so a nice thick gel, into a complete liquid, so it looks like water. And I thought to show you this video, I better show you first what it looks like when you break it. So I'm just gonna add a crazy, ridiculous amount of essential oil and show you how to break your gel, and then I'll show you how to fix it. So we're just gonna say, let's say I get really heavy-handed and I've gotta add a ton of essential oil to my wash. And believe it or not, even adding that much didn't quite break it. It's definitely thinner than it was, so it's definitely thinner. And of course, anytime you add essential oil to your wash, it's going to go cloudy. And boy, oh boy, so I'm gonna add some more Breathe Green essential oil to my wash. And let's see what that does to it. So there we go. Now we're getting to that watery consistency. So now I've gone from this super nice thick gel to this, I mean, you can see it's still, you know, it's still got some substance to it, but it's more like water than it is like gel. And hopefully you can see that. So to fix it, we have a few options. And my favorite option is salt. And salt will work for most washes as long as the surfactants are acceptable for salt. So basically what we're doing is I don't want to get too much into the science behind it because it's a little complicated, but basically we're adding salt to make those micelles want to form a tighter bond together. So the trick to this, however, is you never want to add more than 2% salt. So I pre-measured all of this, of course, and I made sure that I don't have any more than 2%. So I'm going to slowly sprinkle my salt in here until it starts to thicken the wash. And of course you need to give the salt time to hydrate. Now in production, so if you're making a large batch and this happens, you can pour the salt in directly like I'm doing right now. Sometimes in the lab it's easier for us to make a solution with the salt, depending on what we're working with. And I can already feel it's starting to thicken up a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit more. Now you might be wondering, well, if I add salt, is that going to affect how the wash works? Absolutely not. Is it going to affect my skin? Well, it's a rinse-off product, so I don't think so. And besides, salt baths are really quite lovely. Add a little bit more. And it's still like water. So once I reach that 2% mark, and the reason we don't want to add more than 2% is there's such a thing as a salt curve, where if we add more than 2%, it's probably going to start to break those bonds down, and actually the micelles will start to repel each other and it will become even more liquid. Okay. So if after adding 2%, we haven't brought it back to that gel consistency, then we need to look at some other options. Okay. It's getting a little bit, just slightly thicker. And in all honesty, I think we're going to have to go with our other options. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. And it's always a good idea to wait a few minutes to make sure that, you know, everything that needs to happen, all the chemical processes happening in the wash right now have a chance to actually happen. So we're just going to wait on that for just a couple minutes and come back and take a look at it. Okay, so the next thing that we can add to make this thick, since we added our 2% of salt and it didn't thicken up our wash, we went crazy with essential oil, added a lot of essential oil because we love the way it smells. Anyways, to thicken it up, another option is Cocamidopropyl Betaine. And you simply, before you add it to the wash, the best option is to weigh your container before you add. Tear out your scale, which means tear it to 0, put your container on there, tear it to 0, and then slowly add your Cocamidopropyl Betaine until your wash is thickened. And, you know, I've read some places that you start with 8%. I just tend to like to do it this way because then I know exactly how much I'm going to need to add. What I'm going to do is after I add this and thicken up the wash, I'm going to then weigh my container again, and that will tell me exactly how much I've used because I teared out my scale prior to adding. I know like 8% seems a lot, and it is, so we're just going to keep adding until our wash is nice and thick again. So now if you don't want to add Cocamidopropyl Betaine, your other option to thicken your wash is Xanthan Gum. And we have another video on how to correct your gel if you break your gel that shows you how to add Xanthan Gum. So now we're getting nice and thick again. So we're just going to keep adding until we're back to where we want to be. All right, now we're getting somewhere. I can feel as I'm stirring, it's really starting to thicken up. I think you can probably hear that my spoon is not moving as quickly as it was before. Okay, here we go. Now we're back to that nice gel consistency. And there we go. So now I'm going to take my container, place it back on my scale, and figure out exactly how much I used. And then I'll know how to fix my wash in the future. So there we go. There are two options for correcting the viscosity of your wash. We hope you enjoyed this video, and please stay tuned for more great videos.